we have a new member of our family. Let me introduce Mrs. Bones. For the past several years, we've had Mr. Bones, who remained a bachelor, and now he finally has a Mrs. And pretty soon, I think that there's going to be a baby Bones on the way.
Create, organize, style. You're watching Simple Made Pretty.
Hey friends, it's Melanie with Simple Made Pretty, and if you're new to my channel, I share budget DIYs, and in today's video, I've got something exciting in store. We are going to be decorating my yard for Halloween using Mr. and Mrs. Bones. If you are looking for a 5-foot skeleton like these, I just picked up Mrs. Bones from Walmart for $27. I'm gonna link it in my description. Skeletons are so fun to set up and stage around your house during the Halloween season. Actually, they're pretty good quality. We've had Mr. Bones for years, and he survived Hurricane Milton last year. We had him tied up to our tree during Halloween, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave him out there and see what happens. And I thought maybe we'd have bones scattered all over the yard, but nope, he was intact and 100%. So let's go ahead and jump right into these DIY projects. We are going to be using a Cricut machine to create some really cute signs and a prop to go with my skeleton decor in the front yard. This might be the funniest setup we've ever done, so let's jump right in. So I am starting with this Naked Whey protein container. My husband takes this protein powder, and I thought this is the perfect size to make a giant sunscreen. So I am going to paint the lid orange. I've got a mini piece of pool noodle that I cut down to size because we're going to glue that to the top to make our little spout. And then I cut these little shims. These are really easy to cut with regular craft scissors, and I cut them to kind of mimic a pump, like on a lotion bottle. So it will look something like this. So I'm just going to glue them all together to kind of create a thicker piece. And then we're going to paint that white, and I'm going to spray paint the inside of my bottle white. I'm just using some tacky glue to glue these pieces together. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to take it outside, and I'm going to remove this label, but I'm going to spray paint these two. Now I'm going to paint this lid. I'm probably going to put this outside so it can dry out there really quickly too. I might need to do a couple coats. If I had orange spray paint, I would definitely be using that, but I don't, so we are doing with this acrylic paint. Next up on my list is I have this huge piece of wood that I'm going to use for a DIY sign, and so I'm just going to paint it white, set it outside to dry. I'm just going to be using a white outdoor paint. Okay, it's not perfect. I don't really care. It's a Halloween sign. It's just going to be outside for like a month, not even. So I'm going to go stick this out in the sun so it has time to dry. I'm starting with black Oracle 651 vinyl, and I'm using my Cricut Explorer machine. So it doesn't matter what Cricut machine you're using. The bigger, the better. If you have a Joy, unfortunately, you're making a big sign like this, it might be more difficult. So between my sign and the lotion bottle, which I have right here, painted, I'm using one 12 by 24 mat, and then pretty much like a 12 by 12 mat of the orange color. Okay, the black is finished, so I just need to weed that. And we're going to cut the orange next. While everything's getting cut, I laid out this strip of burlap on my craft room floor because I'm going to use this as like the beach bottom, like it's sand. In our side yard, we have like crushed shell for a parking pad. You will see when I have it all set up. So anyway, I got this huge piece of burlap for $2 at my thrift store. And it's not really good quality burlap, to be honest. And it has a very strong burlap smell. So that's why I'm just decided to use it outside for this setup. And I don't know if you heard that the machine just stopped. So now we can get the orange weeded. So funny story. The reason why I decided to go with this sign with the UV is because my teens this year were like obsessed with UV. And I don't know if you've seen it like all over social media or not, but it was just like crazy all over social media. Kids were all posting like the UV is really strong today and going out and getting like sunburned basically. And so this is kind of making fun of that whole situation, but also sun damage is for real. Like coming from somebody who used to do tanning beds all the time, you will be paying for it later in life. So this is a funny sign, but then again, it's kind of not because some people do suffer from traumatic skin issues from too much UV. So, I mean, living in Florida, it's really easy to get sunburned. So, yes, wear your sunscreen. And this is why I love Oracle 651 because you just peel it right off. And look how quickly that was finished. Now for the orange one. Woohoo! SPF 1000. I can't wait to put this bottle together. It's going to be so funny. And now I'm going to put the contact paper on top. Oh, some extra that I'm just going to stick that right on top. So this decal is going to go on the bottle, and this one's going to go on the sign. All right, here is the decals on my sign. And so here's the thing. I was going to do an orange border. Now I think I'm going to end up painting it. I don't want to waste a bunch of vinyl for just a border. Although it would look really good with the same color. So, but this is pretty much the same. And I use this on the lotion. So the lotion lid. So I'm going to attach this and then we'll paint the border. All right, I'm just gonna try my best to paint a straight line. It doesn't need to be perfect. I love Halloween because nothing is perfect. There's a lot of homemade decorations out there. My sign is done. I think it looks awesome. Now we're going to do the sunscreen. And I don't know how I got paint there. The inside looks okay. I might put some tissue paper in there. I'm not sure. Maybe just paint the inside by hand to make it look like there's actual lotion. Or I'll just leave it. So this is just gonna go like that. No. Okay. Sometimes accidents happen, but this vinyl is very forgiving, so okay, the E is, fix my E there. Okay. That looks so cool. Now I just need to make the lid. Okay, so remember the orange lid? I cut a little pool noodle slice. We glued together those shims and painted them. And now I just need to attach it so that it looks like a pump. And that's pretty close. Now, I'm wondering if I should use a glue gun, but I'm going to try this. This is a little top heavy, so I might need to use a hot glue gun to get it to stay in place. So actually, this would probably be set in place if I sit it in the hot sun and let it dry. Or if you have a craft table, just let it sit on your craft table overnight. Okay, so now the lid's closed and I can see I need to move this guy like that. It looks so good, so realistic. I definitely need to put some weight on it to get it to stay put. Now I've got to dress my skeletons. And I have a bag of goodies that I just collected a few things from around my house. And I did find a few things at a thrift store as well as, I'll go through it real quick. So I have these 2 straw hats. I no longer wear them, so I will be using them outside. I picked up these tumblers from Dollar Tree, and I put some green tissue paper in it to kind of mimic margaritas. I don't know. Just try to think something. And I have this old Halloween wig, so I'm going to be putting that on Mrs. Bones. Of course, they need some flip-flops, so I grabbed these from Five Below. They were $2, and so this one actually has skeletons on it. So cute. And then I have matching sunglasses. Now, this is the fun part. I found his and hers swimsuits at a thrift store. They were $2 each. So here's the trunks for Mr. Bones. And then I have a one-piece swimsuit for Mrs. Bones. So now I'm going to get them dressed and then I'm going to go set them up in my yard as the prop for Halloween. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I decided to add baby bones to my Halloween setup, and I just went to my favorite thrift store and I got this. Piece bathing suit, $1, and then a little hat. I feel like it might be too big on baby bones, but we're gonna try to figure it out. Here is the big reveal. This year, our skeletons ditched the graveyard and went straight to the poolside lounge chairs, complete with tropical drinks, sun hats, and flip-flops. This display got a spooky upgrade with a giant sunscreen bottle and a Cricut made UV is deadly today sign. It's the perfect mix of spooky and silly, and it might just be my favorite Halloween setup yet. I'm so glad I did one last thrift store run before putting this Halloween setup together, because that's where I found the cutest little outfit for baby Bones. I tucked her into the scene so it looks like she's playing in the sand. And then, of course, we've got Mr. Bones and Mrs. Bones lounging poolside with their sun hats, flip-flops, and tropical drinks. But the real showstopper was that giant DIY sunscreen bottle, SPF 1000, plus the Cricut made UV sign. The best part, this whole setup came together so easily. I spent under $12 to DIY it. Most of the pieces were things we already had lying around the house, and I just pulled it together in a new way. So if you're looking for a Halloween yard idea that's funny, budget friendly, and guaranteed to make your neighbors stop and laugh, this is one to try. And here's what the scene looks like set up at night. I've got a couple of orange spotlights pointing right at them so everybody can still see them at night. And if you want more Halloween or fall decor inspiration, be sure to check out the rest of my videos here on YouTube and visit my blog post for step-by-step tutorials, Cricut projects, and tons of free printables. So that's our Florida skeleton lounge set up. It has sun hats, SPF 1000, and now a family portrait. If this doesn't scream suburban Halloween goals, I don't know what does. You want to make your own version of this setup, grab the Cricut cut files and supply list on my blog. The link is right below. And don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button for more DIYs, and share this video with someone who needs a laugh. Thanks for watching, y'all, and happy Halloween. Bye.